Alright, today we're jumping into Bridgerton. This is season 1, episode 2. Yes, you guys have voted for me to continue to watch Bridgerton. You guys were hitting that like button. You guys were sharing and you guys were commenting down below. So what do we do with new shows that makes it on the channel? We keep on watching it. Thank you guys so much. I really did enjoy the first episode. I did not think I was going to enjoy it. Just to tell you the honest truth, from looking at the posters of it, I never saw a trailer of it, but seeing the posters of it and then kind of getting the glimpse of what it was about, like romance type thing, I was like, ugh, well, let's try it. But once I got into the first episode, I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the narration from it. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the humor in it. I enjoyed the romance. It was honestly giving what it needed to give, and I'm super excited to continue the journey. This will be a full reaction for my second and third tier here on the YouTube platform, as well as my other platform, Patreon. So guys, please sign up to one of those platforms and help support the channel today. Is there anything I have to say about the show? I'm really interested in all the characters. I guess some of these characters are factual because people were telling me to look up these characters in real life and see what was going on with those characters. I did not know. You guys know I don't know education is key. But yes, my mom is probably so upset if she's watching this reaction, which I think she is. She's probably like, I spent $5,000 or more a year to put you in Catholic school and then got you into a great public school, and you saying you don't know these people? Sorry, Mom. But I'm ready to jump right into this, guys. I'm a reactor. It's time to react to things. But please like this video. Please share this video. And don't forget to comment down below. Let's jump into Bridgerton and find out exactly what this show has got to give.
Push!
Breathe!
Yes!
What are you doing in here, Lady Danbury?
I am going in, Your Grace.
No place for a lady in there.
Someone must be with her.
If I'm at long last to have a son.
Forceps.
Push!
What is it? What is it?
It is a boy, Your Grace.
You don't give the child to a mother?
I have a son.
I have a son!
I finally gave him a son. Sarah. Doctor!
There is too much blood.
Simon Arthur Henry Fitzranulph Bassett, the next Duke of Hastings.
Would you like us to arrange the Duchess's room for you?
No.
Now we know why he doesn't like his dad. I would hate him too. What a dick.
There'll forever be just two words that come to this author's mind: shock and delight.
It has arrived, Your Majesty. At once.
The relevance is one Miss Daphne Bridgerton, and most uncatchable rake, the Duke of Hastings.
He is smiling. The Duke rarely smiles. Life as a Duchess will have many demands. Hosting balls, greeting foreign dignitaries.
8 balls.
No. The purpose of this arrangement is to keep the marriage minded mothers of the ton at bay, not hurl myself directly into the lion's den.
6 balls.
5.
6. And you must send flowers. Today.
If I were truly courting you, I would not need flowers. Only 5 minutes alone with you in a drawing room.
6 balls, Your Grace.
Very well, but I shall see about the flowers.
Know about what happened last night with Lord Bertbrook.
Ah, yes. How is your hand this morning? I have no interest in causing a scandal, Miss Bridgerton.
Imagine with you it comes naturally.
It's disturbing.
What are you guys talking about?
Since condition.
I beg your pardon.
No, Mom.
How did it happen, Mama?
You're hearing this. What are we going to do?
There's no need for your hysteric.
Because her condition is catching.
What exactly has she accomplished then? She certainly did not build that man or bake him. He simply showed up. Do you know what is an accomplishment? Attending university. Some man should like to admire my sister's face and hair and fill her up with babies.
I know of someone with child.
I suppose your father should still want a boy.
It's not my mama. It is a maid.
How did she become a child if she's not married?
I do not know. I will find out.
With the Duke? Oh, he was quite taken with your sister Hyacinth, or the entire party was for that matter.
I do wonder, Daphne, might we count on the Duke at the Crawford Ball?
I should think it of her chance.
How terrible for Fran that she'll be off practicing piano forte with Aunt Winnie all season.
How does a lady come to be with child?
Eloise, what a question.
Married.
Whatever are you talking about?
Apparently it's not even a requirement.
I love her.
Visited a farm.
Oh, I do hope the two of you are not encouraging improper topics of conversation.
Take our sticks out.
Colin Bridgerton.
A round of fencing.
The Duke, you already have a caller, dearest.
Well,
I suppose now I have more.
What is happening?
You said you would be taking me to your family this morning. I expected to be the only one present.
I shall speak to my soon-to-know Lord Berbrook. You must go. You said you wanted this handled quickly. The man who proposed, therefore the only one I thoroughly considered. This is nothing more than a terrible confusion.
Begin with why you chose to interrupt such an exquisite morning.
Because she is already engaged to be married.
Has anyone truly proposed to me? No. Have I proposed to anyone else? Cannot imagine a greater show of disrespect than promising me to Nigel Berbrook.
You promised your sister to that man.
Not well enough, apparently.
Whatever happened to his eye? It's quite grotesque. Daphne has charmed a duke, Anthony.
Not signified.
They promenaded this morning and he sent flowers today. To both of us.
The Duke is not a serious suitor. He will never marry.
I will not marry Nigel Berbrook.
The contract to Berbrook will be drawn up, and you shall marry him.
Lord Berbrook witnesses the seriousness of the Duke's intentions. He will have no choice but to retreat.
Well, and if the Duke is not serious?
There are no others. There is only the Duke.
You truly dance with a Bridgerton girl.
Twice.
That's it, friend. You missed me.
Might I have a word?
Many as you like, Bridgerton. My fists have taken enough pounding from your chin today. Your dukeship. What seems to be so urgent?
I should like to know what was going through your head last night and this morning. Are you courting my sister?
Should I not be courting your sister?
No. Circling back to, she is my sister.
I was unaware of an engagement. The band's been read then. Problem is that Berbrook is a wholly unworthy suitor for Miss Bridgerton.
Never seen going in and out of brothels, at least. I even know where he's been these past few years. Wherever it was you chose to fuck about for God knows whatever reason.
Nigel Berbrook is hardly a saint.
This is my sister. Think of all that we have shared as friends. My intentions to offend you. But surely you can understand that family must come before all else.
Why is he not saying anything? He's 4 years old. He should be able to speak. Let us hear it, boy. Give me a word, a grunt.
Scaring.
And if that's what it should take, I shall get a sound from him still.
No. Do not.
He's an imbecile.
Your Grace.
He is an idiot! You know how precarious of a situation we are in, boy. Hastings' name cannot land in the quivering hands of a half-wit. Get him out of my sight. This boy is dead to me.
I found you a few sweets. Here they have decided not to send you home to your papa.
I dare say I'm relieved.
May I ask, how did it happen?
Cake.
Cake.
Sir George Crane sneaked me a wrapped bundle of cake and biscuits. After some time, the bundles came to include small notes. I've never longed for church quite so much.
Where is Sir George now?
Spain. He went off to fight with Wellington.
Your condition then, it was brought about by...
Love.
Your Majesty, the royal physician has a report on the king.
I don't care about a dish wench. I wish to be entertained. The royal physicians seek to tell me my husband is dead, Brimsley.
I do not believe so, Your Majesty.
Then tell him I am occupied. Pearls, of course.
Mama, perhaps the rubies were better kept to the...
Duke truly has put your head in a spin.
More like Lord Berbrook must spin far away.
Majesty's royal stationery.
She has written to you, my lady.
She's like, I hate you.
What does it say, Mama?
I am invited to a private tea with the Queen in 2 days' time. Never mind the pearls. We shall wear the family diamonds tonight.
Would it pain you to wear some colour, Your Grace? The London season is already terribly monotonous. Take my arm before you make us late. You are not dead, after all.
My lady, we were not expecting your visit.
No news of your education, not a word about you from your father, yet here you are, alive and breathing. Your mother would weep to know her dearest friend was a stranger to her son. Lady Danbury, my lord. You've not learnt any manners. Have you learned to read? To write? Well, then why ever are you not in school?
Can not
Eek. I entered a room and attempted to dissolve into the shadow. I knew I would have to step into the light someday, and I could not very well be frightened. I made myself frightening, made myself the most terrifying creature in any room I entered. You can speak, and I will help you to overcome this stammer of yours. That when you step into the light, you will be worthy of the attention you command.
Sounds like my grandma.
Need someone else to seek me a glass of ratafia, then.
Lord Bridgerton.
I'm afraid we are required to fan the flames of our charade. We must make him believe that you are on the very precipice of a proposal. We must look like we are enjoying ourselves, as difficult as that may be.
Yes, quite.
Go dance with your sister.
Why?
Because I asked you to.
You wish me to insult your sister, Bridgerton?
On the contrary.
You wish your sister to marry a loathsome toad.
Happily restate my intentions with respect to your sister. She's a prize I have long coveted. Certainly wish to avoid any kind of embarrassment.
Rather late for that. I assured you I will resolve the matter. A matter which I shall remind the Duke is none of his concern.
I presume he failed to mention how he got that purple eye.
Was careless with the cabinet door.
He was careless with his honor.
My lord, you must know.
Daphne would have surely told me if this were true. Would she? You will never speak to my sister again, Berbrook.
But we are to be married.
You ought to be buried if you so much as look in her direction.
What has happened? Brother.
You need not worry about Berbrook. Sister, it is done.
You told him.
I had to say something. All will be well, though, I assure you.
You assure me. You had no right.
I was trying to help.
Well, you did not. To mention people are watching. You cannot assure me of anything.
The young lady is as rare a treasure as there is. Do try not to bungle it up.
I think I shall take the air tonight. Your Grace? Well, this matter's settled.
It was settled. Until you had to go and spoil it.
Not and never will be any kind of understanding between the two of us.
You do not need her. You're a duke. Why can you not just let me have this one?
Because I think it really ought to be up to Miss Bridgerton.
You not ask for her hand if you are so fond of her and she's so smitten with you. Unless you have already had her. If I had already known she was loose and damaged, not intact.
Stop talking. You do not deserve to breathe the same air as her.
I know how badly he wanted a son. And heir. One were to ever turn a blind eye to a man's temporary lack of judgment, it would be you.
He did it on purpose. He probably did it on purpose.
Your Grace, may I present Lady Danbury and Lord Bassett?
Grace might be relieved to know that your son is alive and well.
I am receiving high marks in all of my studies, sir. Exceptionally well, I am told.
You are my worst failure.
Might I remind you that this boy is to be the next Duke of Hastings?
Out of my sight, and with your bitch mouth shut.
I wrote to you many times to let you know I'm not dead.
It is a deep enough wound to live with the knowledge that you shall one day inherit Hastings. You are as useless as your mother proved to be.
Lord, he was a reader. He read for filth.
This author has often thought the heart a most curious of instruments, entertaining the suit of a mere baron when she seems to have secured a duke.
Quite certain the Duke should find it appealing.
Does not matter what the Duke thinks, Rose. Stop!
Is a rouge not to your liking?
It is perfect.
Our behavior portends yet another scandal. Then be sure that I shall uncover it.
She may be courting with bumbling Berbrook. Quite a good match for her, I rather think.
And might I go promenade for suitors with Eloise?
Very well, then. What happened? How did it happen?
She said it was love. Look at my mama, 3 children. Would anyone presume that had anything to do with love? She wants to escape to the country where she and her love will marry. And she has even quite a reason to be frightened.
Oh, that poor maid.
I was aware, sister, of what Berbrook attempted. I would have helped you. You should have told me. You truly esteem me so little.
After I apprised you of my wishes, and you proceeded to ignore them. You are late?
Apologies. Should we rejoin your family at their camp?
Certainly not. Whatever happened to your hand?
Boxing.
My cuff. Button it.
I beg your pardon. You need not feel your evident worry. Berbrook is...
You've not heard what Whistledown writes of me still. In need of a husband.
No, I am flattered. I'm afraid I must reject your proposal.
Yes, I know.
Suppose if I were forced to take a wife, you would be the least objectionable option.
Was that meant to be a compliment? They're still looking.
Taken matters in my own hands and sought a special license for my wedding to Miss Bridgerton. Perhaps I am finally speaking to the true head of the Bridgerton house. Better care than to encourage certain attentions while alone with me on the dark walk at Vauxhall. What would someone like, say, Lady Whistledown do with such unseemly information?
Is that a threat?
I shall save her, as well as your entire family, from the ruin which you could not protect them. Forward to the union of our great families.
I must issue my challenge to Lord Berbrook straight away. I assure you I have been properly trained in the matter. A woman, let alone one's sister, is rumoured to be dishonoured. The consequences shall be deadly.
He may decide to open his tiny mouth at any moment, and then I shall be ruined. This will be all. I must marry Nigel Berbrook. It is the only choice.
Rose, can you leave us for a moment?
I have taught you to believe that marriage is the best that life has to offer. We'll have comfort and a house to tend. You will throw yourself into raising your family, and you will find much joy.
You and Papa, the two of you are so beautiful, Mama. That is all I hope to one day find. As did I.
Eloise Bridgerton. Spare one for me?
Suppose I desire something different. Suppose I want a different life, Benedict. That I truly believe I am quite capable of something more.
Then I would say that you're not the only one.
Still on that dance floor with Miss Bridgerton. Mr. Mary, then you are free to do as you please.
He has to do something. He just has to. What does the queen want? I still don't... Where's her husband? He's sick somewhere.
Your Majesty.
What do you think? Is it Mozart? I became acquainted with Mr. Mozart when he was not 10 years old. I declared then and there that he should become one of the finest composers in Europe. When I choose to extend to someone my favor, I expect them to make good on it. Fresh snuff. If we were to speak freely in his presence before long, the whole of England would know our business. I expected a great future for your daughter upon her entrance into society. Future with someone like a duke, perhaps. Would certainly be most enchanting indeed. Probably the entire Mozart family would have felt the repercussions had their boy stayed forever in Salzburg.
What are we to do, Mom? We are to invite Lady Berbrooke over for tea, Mrs. Wilson, at once.
God did not bless me with another because perfection had already been achieved.
My goodness.
Allow me to set my eyes upon you. Excitement, I suppose. Yet you must try harder, dear. My Nigel is quite discerning. I prize accomplishment over beauty. Can you believe it?
That mistress of yours is going through the biscuits quick.
They believe themselves the sun and the moon, when in truth it is us ladies' maids that do all the hard work. How troublesome could a household be with only Lady Berbrooke and the young Lord Berbrooke to look after?
You have no idea.
What is going on?
Oh, you could not think I would ask that woman for tea without a thought for you, could you?
Berbrooke has a boy by one of his maids that he refused to provide for. Sent the maid and child away to live off scraps.
And who will believe a group of women over a man's word?
Perhaps no one. We shall do what women do. We shall talk.
Oh, mon Dieu. Is it not the most lurid story of the season?
Every baron has a bastard.
A bastard who sent away before the miss even popped?
It has come to this author's attention. His displeasing appearance is quite an apt metaphor. I would not be surprised if Lord Berbrooke were called away to the country on alleged business. One former maid and young boy, who we can only hope takes after his mother.
I'm given to think this solution to our problem did not come about by chance.
Role in this family, Anthony, but with Daphne officially out, I assure you I am more than capable. This is for Daphne. Most appropriate hem for your sister when she decides to marry the Duke. Perhaps your bride would like the same.
Lady, we didn't need to spend time with her.
Surely your mistress does not plan on confining me to this bedroom forever?
I think one has only herself to blame for her confinement.
Did you need something?
No. Glad this business with Nigel Berbrooke is over for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Eloise, you mustn't worry.
You're not frightened, too, sister, of marriage? Surely you've not forgotten what happened to Mama. Her screams that night. She almost died. Mere months after Papa.
I dare say I would be a fool at this point not to be terrified. But at dawn the world had Hyacinth. And we are all the richer for it. Darker turns in his woods than we've been taught to expect. There is light to be found at their end. We both will find it.
It must be taxing. The game of pretend that you feel you must endlessly maintain.
Another dance.
You should know something about me, Miss Bridgerton. I will not tolerate a bully.
I will not have this go wrong.
You mean our ruse?
This is not just about finding the best match to impress Lady Whistledown. This is about a life, Your Grace. My life, so I shall not have this go wrong. And if you are not in agreement, then you should tell me now.
If this is to be a match like no other, then you should call me by my name.
Simon?
Is there something funny about my name? Perfectly fine. Very well. Daphne.
The time we have a family. Children.
Let us find you a husband.
May I have the pleasure?
The two of you certainly make a captivating match, Your Grace. Whatever is bothering you?
Nothing at all, Lady Danbury.
Oh, now he's just
You have returned to take your rightful place. It swells with pride, knowing the Duke you have grown into. Hastings' name shall continue.
To make you a vow. The only vow I will ever make in my life. I will never marry. The Hastings line will die with me. Are my words clear enough for you, Father?
Bye. Monster. Well. Ooh. I loved it. That was a 9.5 out of 10. That made me laugh, that made me cry, that made me get into the story. Okay, so let me tell you something. If you ever show me kids and their struggles and stuff like that, I completely will start breaking down. Knowing the past of our wonderful Duke, I was like, oh my gosh, this is tragic. The father was relentless. He was trash, gutterball trash, starting with the mother and her pregnancy, being alone. I'm just kind of confused. So is the lady that we keep seeing, I forgot her name, who's always with the Duke, is she the sisters? Is she the Queen's, the mother, sister? Is she the Queen's sister is what I'm saying? Or the, whatever that lady was, the Duchess's sister. I'm assuming that's what she is. Overall too, she also, when she was speaking to the kid, when he had a speech impediment, and everything that she was saying, the way she was saying it reminded me of my grandmother, God rest her soul. Because my grandma, she will have like these intense conversations with you and to like lift you up, but they were really intense. But even her words, the way she said certain words or phrases that only her and my grandpa would make up, or they carried along their line. It was so powerful and moving that I even remember things that she said to this day. Even my aunt, because it went right to my aunt. My aunt talked just like my grandparents. And that moment when she was speaking to it, it like touched my soul because my grandma would talk to us like that sometimes when she was serious. But regardless, moving forward from that was just this episode really, if the first episode didn't gather you and get you together into the show, by the second episode, it really did gather you and get you to the show. Also, the only thing that I'm like, damn it, the episodes are like an hour long. So like me watching this show, I would have to watch, if I was working my job that pays these bills, for me to watch it and to get into this show, I would only probably have the time to only watch this show, which is so sucky because, you know, it's so good, but it's long to edit wise. But yes, I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed it all the way down. I really, really, really love, there's a lot of characters I love. Like, why can't I remember these people's names? Daphne. So Daphne's sister, Louise, is it? Or Eloise, something like that. I really do enjoy her, and I feel like I understand where she's coming from. I feel like her whole character is based upon being fearful of something. I feel like the past two episodes, that's what I've really gotten into. Like I feel like she's always afraid to do something. She's afraid to step out of where she is right now. She's afraid to be caught smoking cigarettes. She's afraid for her sister and her sister's well-being, and she's afraid of just like life. It seems like she's starting to come upon her own. I'm kind of interested to know what her age is that she plays in this show, because that would also make it make more sense for me. I really do enjoy the mother Bridgerton. I really do enjoy her. I love the other family on the other side, the bigger girl. I can't remember her name at this moment. The one who eats the sweets and had the conversation with the cousin upstairs who's pregnant. I really like that character. I like the cousin who's pregnant. I feel like she's gonna have a bigger storyline eventually. Right now she's stuck into this room. I enjoy their mother on that side because she's just a great actress and she just gives you what you need. I'm kind of confused what the Queen is doing. I thought at first in the first episode that we were going to be fighting for the Queen's son, but that's not what it is. It just seems like the Queen just does a blessing, or like gives her blessing towards one like lucky woman. We still haven't met the queen's husband who's sick. Where is he? Is he gonna come and play? I'm a little confused about the queen. She's like my least favorite character at the moment, but she's a great actress. I actually know that lady from somewhere. And I feel like maybe she'll have a bigger role moving forward, or later on in the season, or maybe season 2. Who knows? But when she's on screen, when she does show up on screen, she does give command. She does have a big, very strong presence. She kind of reminds me of Wanda Sykes. And what else? I love the Dutch. Now, I'm kind of confused. So, is the Dutch and like a prince, if the queen had a son, is the queen's son higher than a Dutch and a duchess? Are the Dutch and Duchess equivalent to the queen and the prince and stuff like that, but like they're in a different country? But if so, why is the Dutch guy, why is he here? Like, where the queen is? This does not make any sense. Like, because I'm in America and I don't know where everybody who's viewing this is, shout out to where you guys live. Comment down below. I would love to know who's viewing this. I would love to, like, if you guys are in the United States or in New York, shout out to New York. But definitely comment down below. Can you guys do that for me, please? But yeah, so I'm just confused. I don't know how it works over there in the UK. I don't know how it works when it comes to a prince, a queen, a Dutch, a duchesses. I don't know this. So if you guys will let me know, because I'm confused. But overall, and then there's so many lords, like Lord this, Lord that. Thou shall not use the Lord's name in vain. I guess it doesn't apply over there. But regardless, guys, I really did enjoy this episode. I would want to give it a 9.5. Please like this video. Please share this video. Comment down below. I really cannot wait to read your guys' comments. And once again, I'm super excited that you guys are into Bridgerton. I love this show. Very different content on this channel, and it makes me so happy that we're doing it. And I'll see you guys next time with more Bridgerton.